What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Adriana Hatch, and welcome to another episode of Quit Talking Podcast, where we talk too much. I know that's right, y'all. Today, I'm so excited because we finna reminisce. We talk about life in our 20s, and I got the perfect person out as our special guest to help me chit-chat about it, y'all.
Hi,
give it up for my girl, Lahoma. Thank you, girl, for coming out. I'm so excited to have you. Y'all, let me tell you, my sis right here, she be hosting all the events. She be outside, okay? So if you need somewhere to go, you know who to call. Also, on her spare time, she likes to write some poetry. And she's a gym body, so you know she keep that body snatched, okay? Anyways, okay, let's get into it. Before we get started, I want to cheers. Cheers to our 20s.
Nice cheers to our 20s.
Yes, girl. Woo! And I'm a lightweight because
listen, I ain't even need that.
I need a chase.
Not for that one.
Okay. Anyways, let's get to it. So let's talk about this paradigm shift. So you know how when you first come from adolescence into adulthood, like what are the obvious changes that you notice, you know?
I feel like it's that like, oh shit, no one's telling me what to do.
Yeah.
You know, nobody is telling me what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I could get up and go outside right now, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I could literally do anything I want to do. That's one of the biggest ones for me, for sure.
Yeah, and it's a double-edged sword with that because it's like on one hand you could do whatever you want to do and everything's great, but then on the other hand, all your choices you make, all of the repercussions and all that fall on you too. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I feel like your 20s is really like learning. You know, like you gonna want to fall on your ass during your 20s. Like that's the best time to do it.
Yeah.
Because when you 18, maybe even when you 20, you got a few people catching you, but that's just dependent. You feel me? But when you really out there, you gonna fall on your ass a few times.
For real. You're gonna bump your head and you have to be ready to catch yourself, because at the end of the day, everybody looking at you like an adult. When you're 17, they just a kid, they young. Once you get to that 20, 21 and up, it's like, you grown. You knew what you was doing.
Like, there's no kickback.
None.
Like,
None.
You knew better.
Yeah. And
even
it's
if
scary.
you didn't.
Exactly. I was about to say it's scary because sometimes you don't know better. And you still learn. Like your 20s, like you say, it's a time to learn and grow.
For real.
But sometimes you don't know better and you make those mistakes and you be like, fuck, like, damn, like, what do I do now? You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like one thing that I've been working on is really trying to give myself grace.
Yes.
You know, because I be falling on my ass. Like, just yesterday, I'm like, fuck. Like, you know, I spent too much money yesterday. I did this, I did that. I could have been more responsible. I could have did this. But then it's just like, all right, girl. You still learning. You still growing. Just chill on yourself. Try again today. Try again the next day. For real.
Okay, so how old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay, I'm 28. So we got 21 and 28. So when we talking and telling our stories, that's the perspectives that we coming from. 21 and 28. So what's 21 like?
That's what 21 is like. 21 is like a whole lot of groaning inside, and then you know, 21 is crazy. It's a crazy time. It's again a lot of learning. It's a lot of self-evaluation for me personally. It's a lot of just bumping my head and just doing shit. It's lit though. You know, it's real lit. It's real lit. I appreciate it. I appreciate every moment, you know, even the horrible ones.
No, for real. And it's hella interesting because, like, when I think back to 21, I had my first kid at 20. So I was not only a new adult, but a new mom, getting introduced to adulthood and motherhood at the same time. You feel me? And it was lit. Like you saying, I had a very great time. I was in college, going to school at University of San Diego, turning up. I had my baby with me, you know. Life was like 10 times harder, but I still was doing what I had to do. You feel me? But life with no kids, like, what is that like? I want to hear about the life with no kids, no extra responsibility outside of yourself.
Life with no kids is like, fuck. If I had a kid, I'd probably go crazy right now. If I had a kid, I'd probably go crazy because I'd be like, damn, I'm still a kid damn near. Like, just mentally, just the things that I'm still learning, just being more responsible. It would just be a scary place for me. Like, you know, so it's, you know, I'm just thugging it out.
Yeah. So
I'm doing a lot of shit.
As a 21-year-old, like, what do you feel like, you know, is the highlights of like the funnest moments? Like, what are the things you like to do, you know, to enjoy yourself?
For sure going out. For sure going out. It's a good time. And not even just like going out and like going to the club. I mean like really going out to certain events and being able to like network with people. Just, you know, just exploring that area. Because it's like it's a new space. You know, and you really like putting your feet out there. You really getting out there. You still like, I feel like I'm still in the mindset where like I know what I want to do, but I know options are really limitless. Like, you know, just because I have that passion of, you know, that one thing I want to do, I know I can do hella shit right now. So it's like, yeah, I'm just putting my feet out there and just trying to flow and go with it. You know, it's like really like, finding those passions and figuring out how to manage it. And I feel like that's where you really learning. Because I feel like, you know, when you're a teenager, even like, you know, you like, ooh, I want to do this and I want to do that. But you're not really thinking about all the steps you got to take to do that. And I feel like once you're in your 20s and it's like, I still think about the future a lot. Sometimes I get in that mindset where I'm like, fuck, like, I need to figure it out. I need to be doing something because just, you know, the climate of the world, the pressures, it get to you. But really like finding what you really, really want to do, what really, really feels good in the moment, in the present moment, because that's not always going to be there. You know, like what feels good to you right now, it's probably not gonna feel the same. And you're gonna be doing some whole other shit. But that one thing you did pushed you to doing that better thing. You feel me? So just for sure trying to navigate that structural piece, I feel is really like big 20s energy.
Yeah, definitely. Big not the little energy. One, the big one.
Listen, big 20s energy, trying to be like, you know, really be purposeful and intentional about what you're doing. Not just having that like passion to do it, but like really having that plan with the passion. You know? Yeah, so for sure. That's what I've been learning that.
And you so like, I feel like you just so mature. Like even how you talk and when you talk about stuff, a lot of people like don't be thinking about those things. Don't think about intentionality. Don't think about like having purpose or what is my purpose. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like right now in the world, so many young people are just depressed. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it goes back to those outside pressures that you was talking about. You feel me? And I really like kind of want to hone in on like what are those outside pressures you feel like you get in, like, because I get them too. Even though I'm 28, we both in our 20s, different, you know, parts of it. But I feel like there's so much pressures from the outside world too of telling me where I should be at right now at this time at my age. You feel me?
Not for sure.
Exactly. Whether it come from what is called popular culture, like the media, or whether it come from my family and friends, people around me, you know, it's just so many different pressures from all over. So like, what do you feel like some of the things you are pressured, you know, to have to do or be at this age?
For sure, I feel like social media is the big thing. Like, you know, I really feel like social media depression is a thing. You could be scrolling. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I went to college, like as soon as I got out of high school. I went to college and I went to Houston. So I was like, mama, I'm out of here. What you talking about? You feel me? I was just trying to go. So I went to school and my first year I ended up dropping out. And I haven't been back to my 4th year, but I'm still in school right now. My big 2-year period.
Okay, go girl. Period.
I'm in school. But it was definitely a lot of times throughout that process where I'm like scrolling on social media and everybody that I'm seeing, like, you know, that I was in college with, they in they fraternities and shit, like they in they sororities, they, you know, they starting shit, and I'm like, damn, like I need to be doing something, like I need to be better. So it's really that like social media is just a bunch of comparison, you know, and it really can get to you when you're thinking about things outside of yourself and you constantly are seeing these, you know, seeing everything, but you really like on social media, you only seeing the good parts. No one is going to go on social media and really be posting like, oh, I graduated. And, you know, I just graduated and I got my degree, but I also took a 1 year break because I was depressed and I didn't know what to do. I also switched my major about 50 times. I also was going through this and that. You're not going to see all of that. Nope. You're going to see them with their degree. And as you should. Stuff. What are you talking about? As you should see that. You feel me? So definitely social media is like a really, really big pressure on your shoulders, and just like consumption period, because it's not just social media, it's everything. It's everything you consume. Your music. I try to be really, really intentional about the music I listen to. I try to be intentional about, like, if I'm on social media, what I'm watching. Like, you know, I go on YouTube and I watch certain people, like, you know, motivational stuff that's really gonna put me in that more positive mindset, because it'll really, like, it'll get to you.
It'll take you down a rabbit hole.
It'll get to you bad. It'll get to you bad. So really, consumption of social media is like such a huge pressure to me. Like, even outside of the people around you, like, that's one of the biggest things. Yeah. Because it's addicting too.
Yeah. Horrible. And I feel like it's also kind of like messed up too, because like all the young kids now, like when I was growing up, we was playing outside.
Nah, for real. Yeah.
My elementary school, middle school, even high school, we wasn't playing, but you feel me? We was outside.
We was outside.
We was outside, you know? And so we didn't let. Social media was just starting to start consuming us. I should put it like that. It was just starting to start consuming us. But now it's like everyone is consumed by social media. Everyone is on the buses, in the car, you know, walking down the street, recording everything, looking at their phone, you know, going to their phone, going to social media platforms for information, not even doing information checks, making sure something is a credible site or credible information.
Just taking shit and running with it.
Yeah, just taking something and running with it. And so it's like as we start to get older, we kind of have to go back to how it was before social media kind of took over everything. Going back to like appreciating this face-to-face connection, appreciating and valuing, you know, spending quality time with people, not just on your phones. We all in the same room, but we on our phones. You know what I'm saying? Like really getting to know people for who they truly are and not for what they present online. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of that pressure comes from like how we're being judged based off of what we're posting, what people are saying about us from what we post. You know what I'm saying? There's so many judgments, but it's like, this the tip of the iceberg you seeing about me. You don't know who I am based off what I post. Most of the shit that I post barely got to do with me when I be posting subliminal stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just posting it because I
about the wrong thing.
You know, you worried about me, and that's the wrong thing to worry about anyways.
Right. No, that's real.
But, you know, to add to what you were saying was that I definitely agree with social media. Like, even with me being 28, like, it also affects me nowadays because I feel like people are, I would say marriage is a big one, you know? So I'm a single mother. I have 2 kids. I have 2 baby daddies. And there's so much, I feel like, talk when it comes to you get to a certain age. Oh, you're supposed to be married. You're supposed to have a family. You're supposed to have this. And I went through my own depressive, you know, moments and my own depression when it comes to thoughts about that. Like, oh, I'm supposed to be here and I'm down here and da-da-da-da. Right. But also learning to be appreciative and, like you said, give yourself grace for where you are. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's family looks different. Some families got 2 moms, 2 dads. Some families got 1 mom, 1 dad. Some, you know, everybody's look different. Appreciating what you have for what it is, you know, and giving yourself that grace. Like, I feel like that's amazing advice to whoever is watching. Give yourself grace no matter what place you're in. You blessed, you're loved. You know what I'm saying? And it's not much more you can ask for.
Not for sure.
Yeah, but anyways, okay, so I want to talk about relationships with parents. Ooh, how does your relationship with your parents change from being like this teenager who got to ask what to do and be told what to do to becoming your own woman, your own adult? You feel me?
Damn, that's a crazy. Yo. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Moms.
That's the game. But when I was younger, for sure. So my mom has 2 girls. Okay. My sister didn't grow up with us, so I was in a household with just me. I was the only girl, and then she had my brothers. Right. So I'm the only girl in the house. You know, I'm getting all that. You need to be doing this. Right. You need to come in the house. Right. You can't do that. Right. Why you not?
All the double standards.
You know, like all of them. all of them. So that was really, and I had a real bad attitude problem too. I did. I'm an emotional ass Cancer. I can't help it, So we would go at it a lot. We would go at it a lot. And it was just like, just on top of just how I was growing up, just really secluded in my own, just going through a lot of shit, like when I was younger by myself, because I didn't feel like I can confide in anybody. And now that I'm older, though, I am so open with my mom. Like, we have the best relationship. I feel like as I heal, I definitely believe in generational trauma and that running in your DNA. And your daughters really getting, from coming from your mother, your daughters are really getting your generational trauma. So you need to check that shit.
Quick, okay? Right now, quick, fast, and a hurry.
But
please.
For sure, I feel like as I heal, as I grow, I heal my mama too in a way. And I'm able to like communicate with her in the best ways possible. And it's just dope. Like, within like watching me grow and watching her grow too. So our relationship has definitely grown a lot. It went from a lot of tension to me feeling like she didn't really know me, to now us actually building an intentional relationship. Like it's really, really intentional. And I love it. Like I love my mom to death.
Yeah, I love
For sure.
that.
I love her to death.
That's so beautiful. I feel like I really connect with you in that way, like, because my mom, when I was growing up, hey mama, because I know you gonna watch this.
Hey mom.
I personally felt like I was not as important or valued to her as maybe some other things. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said earlier, I was coming into not only adulthood but motherhood when I was 20. I had my first kid at 20. So as I became an adult and a mom, I started to see my mom in a different light. You know what I'm saying? Because I realized growing up, being a kid, having a child mindset, not really knowing everything that's going on and what come with it. You feel me? I realized she was doing the best that she was able to do. You know what I'm saying? Real. I spent a lot of time with my dad's side, with my grandmother and my TT, and my mom, kind of like, I was back and forth between the two. You know what I'm saying? And as I got older, I realized just like how hard it was for her, even taking care of me and her trying to separate herself from motherhood and being her own person, when it came to her relationships and how you navigate that with having kids. You feel me? It's a lot harder than I was able to conceptualize at that young age, So now that I'm an adult, I agree too. Me and my mom, our relationship has grown so much. And I was like my mid-20s, like maybe like, or even a little younger than my mid, so maybe like 23, when I told my mom, I had a conversation with her heart to heart, letting her know, like, these are the things that I needed from you. These are the things that I felt like I didn't get. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing specifically was like my dad, he had moved to Vegas when I was a little bit younger. And so like whenever I talked to him, he always told me he loved me and stuff like that. With my mom, like, it was kind of just like, well, I love you, so it don't have to be said all the time. And so when we had that conversation, like, since then, I can say that my mom tells me a lot more. Like, she vocalizes it more. Although she's shown it, I'm not talking shit about you. You've shown it all my life. I know you showed me you love me. But just vocalizing it makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? Hearing that from your parent, being able to tell it back and forth. And at first it was awkward. I was like, wait, what? And then I got used to it, And now that I'm grown, I'm able to call her, talk about how, the niggas I'm fucking with ain't shit, or whatever the case may be, just like having that bond, that more emotional relationship, rather than just like her being the financial person who I know is going to take care of everything. So I definitely agree with that. It shifted for me too, for sure.
No, for sure. And that conversation piece is definitely a need. Yeah. Because I feel like definitely every girl, every woman needs her mama. Yes. Period. Yep. Every woman. I saw a video that was like, your child's mental health, like, or your child's well-being really is solely dependent on your mother's mental health. You feel me? And that's like really, really important. That's the nurturing energy. That's our first best friend. That's our first, like, this is what a woman should be. That's our view. So it's really important to have those conversations and have your mama in your life for sure. And I definitely went through that. Like, I went through this whole like raging, oh my gosh, you ain't never. I remember it was a time where I literally told her, you've never been a mom to me. I don't even want to say it like that. And it was, I said it and I was like, I saw all the hurt in her face. And it was just like, I had a lot of pain. She had a lot of pain. And we had to talk about it. And it was a time. And we talked and we talked. And now we here though.
I love it.
We here, but it's, them relationships with your mama.
They matter.
They definitely are so important. So important.
Yeah, and I love how you just said, I love everything you said, girl, but I just love how you just was talking about how a mother and your well-being like is important.
That's real.
It's so important. Like me being a mom and me having these conflicts with the fathers of my children or whatever that case may be, like that plays a difference. My mom and my daddy, they got into it, girl, like when I was growing up and I was in the middle, tell mama this, tell daddy this, da, 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 da. I never wanted that for my kids because of my own experience, you know what I'm saying? And now when it comes to the conflicts, I'm like, sometimes, even though it might be hard, you gotta sometimes let go of certain things or keep people out of your life to protect your peace so that you can be sane and whole for your children, because they see that hurt that you go through. They see that pain and that fear of, oh no, what am I gonna do next, or what's to come next, or I'm stressed out, I'm depressed. Like they feel that energy. Your baby will literally walk up to you and hug you if you're having a bad day. You don't even realize that they can see that you hurting,
that you having a bad day.
And that trauma, as you said earlier, that trauma eventually kind of rolls over into our adulthood, and it affects how we are with other people, what we think, what we do, how we act. I know my 20s, a lot of my relationships and how I was in relationships had to do with seeing my mom in relationships. And it's nothing wrong with, like you said, everybody makes mistakes. We talking about everybody goes through things. You're gonna fall, you're gonna stuff, but your kids watching you do that. You know what I'm saying? So me watching my mom in her relationship, how she was, you know what I'm saying? Everybody say, oh, you a player. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. But anyways,
hello.
You gotta meet my mama if you want to know, what's going on. But so yeah, I feel like a lot of my ways in my relationships, especially in my 20s, like you are doing yourself, your self searching and your self healing journey and stuff now at 21, whereas I'm 28 now, or I started at 27. I would say going into my self healing journey, because in my early 20s, I was just turning up, having fun, going outside, doing what I'm doing. You feel me? And I had to take a step back and realize, like, okay, I'm getting older now. Like, what's happening with me? Like, what's going on with me? Like, where do I see myself being at? Where do I see myself whereas I want to be rather than where I am? You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I feel like that's great that you're doing that, reflecting now, rather than wait until later. Because that's really important, because it's going to shift and shape, like, where you are when you now are approaching 30. You know what I'm saying? You'll be in a much better place, or I should say a much more like place that's ahead than where I am, which is a great thing. So
it came with a lot of BS. It definitely comes with a lot of BS. I feel like I was just like growing up. I have the mindset that I do right now because of all the experiences that I've had. So I just, I've been through a lot of of like mental things, a lot of stuff. So like when I was like 15, I got into like spirituality and stuff. I was like taking a bus, going to church, trying to see if it was for me for real, like really diving in because I'm like, like I want to really be purposeful. I have like, it's crazy to even say that at 15, I was really like, I have so much trauma and I want to heal, and I've really, really been intentional about healing for forever, because it's an ongoing thing. It's shit that probably just happened a month ago that I gotta heal from. Like it's definitely a ongoing cycle, but for sure I really appreciate that.
And the fact that you can even acknowledge it is like big. It's so many people who don't want to acknowledge their trauma, and that's why they can't heal from that. Like you have to acknowledge, like, this is what I'm dealing with, this is what I'm going through, and once you acknowledge it, then you can realize, where does it stem from? Like, how did this happen? Where are these feelings coming from? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like everybody needs that. Everybody needs to do that. I was just telling my friend the other day, everybody need therapy. I don't just think you need therapy, nigga. I think we all need therapy, nigga.
Need therapy.
We all need therapy. Like, it's not a bad thing. And I feel like in the Black community specifically, we are so against like therapy and talking to people. Like, everybody need a stranger who don't know them that they could just let everything out to. And like, I mean, it's true, and it's definitely not a lie that when it comes to like, especially Black men, we got so much like stuff that we've done that we feel like guilty or feel like we can't trust people with these things, you know, to carry with them, because it's gonna add a weight to them and they're gonna end up telling our business, you know what I'm saying? Which could be a true thing, but I still think therapy, even when you're just giving off the surface level things, is gonna add some ease to like all that weight you're carrying.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Sure.
Even the surface level things. It could be like, oh, I cussed somebody out at the store this morning because it was pissing me off, and that might have stemmed from last night. You couldn't eat for the last 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, just getting off a little bit of that, you feel me, what you're going through is helpful.
No, that's real. Therapy, yeah. I started therapy in like 2021, I think. I started therapy, and it was just like, yes, I needed this. I needed this. Like, I feel like, even though for sure it's a process, you know, like my first few appointments, like I feel like honestly just now I'm just now starting to really like open up to my therapist and really like, okay, girl, I did this, and this is exactly how I'm feeling. I used to be talking to her and start crying, and I'm like, turn my camera off. Absolutely not.
No,
you're not about to see
you don't
me
even
cry.
know me like that yet, girl.
But nah, therapy is really, really beneficial. Just even if it's not therapy, because your friends can be your therapy. You know, writing can be your therapy. Anything can be your therapy. But therapy is really, really beneficial for you, and everyone needs it. Everybody needs to heal. Outside of just acknowledging, like definitely acknowledging is like that big piece. Like, okay, this is what happened. I know I'm upset. This is where it's coming from. Blah, 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 blah. But also that active piece, you know, like that active healing piece, like knowing that, okay, I might not respond the best all the time. You feel me? When it comes to conflict, I might be tweaking, you know, like my delivery might not be the best. So if it comes, you know, if something comes up, let me really intentionally try to react differently. And that's really the healing, you know, like really changing, like that's active healing, like really being intentional and changing those things, you know, and not just because, you know, oh, you need to be a different person or you need to pull away from who you are. But no, when you know you're doing something that's actively harming you or the people around you, change that shit. Switch it up for real. That's 20s right there. Actively healing is
free game.
Actively healing is 20s right there. Like really, because that's hard.
It's very hard.
That's hard.
It's very hard.
Oh my God. It's been so many times I done like said something I wasn't supposed to say, did something I wasn't supposed to do. And I'm like, damn. And I know I'm trying. Like, I'm trying not to do that, but I'm mad and I'm just so used to reacting this way. So I do it, you know, but you got to get through it. You got to do it.
And then it even go even further to where you got people who knew you 2 months ago who want to keep bringing up the you from 2 months ago, where it's like, you got to sit yourself down and really hone in with yourself and say, you know what, I'm not who I was yesterday. I'm not who I was last week or last month or last year, and not allow people to say, oh, well, you did this or whatever. Don't let that get under your skin. Like, let it go in one ear out the other, because that'll really affect you. Like, when you start like, oh, nobody believed that I could do this, or everybody keeps saying about, you know, it'll bring you down, you know, and like, back. You feel me?
That's why you don't tell nobody anything either. Don't tell nobody nothing. It's happened to me so many times, because really, I really feel like your words are super intentional. So that one time you tell somebody, oh, I'm about to do this. I'm about to start my podcast, right? And this person is used to you probably saying you about to start your podcast, and you probably ain't started it. You feel me? Or you probably started and then stop it. So they so used to seeing your energy, but you in your head and you like, I'm about to do this shit. You tell them, and now mentally they sending you negative energy. Now they talking to, oh yeah, she said she about to do this. You know she not gonna do that shit. You know, they talking down on you, and now that's manifesting into your reality. Now you really not doing that shit because you got people speaking on you. The tongue is fucking powerful. Like, you got people sending you negative energy, speaking bad on you. That's really what it is. Like, it's a crazy time.
And that actually is literally what I want to talk about next, because I want to talk about separating yourself from certain people. Like, recently I had a friend who I really love and care about so much, like one of my great friends, you know what I'm saying? But this person just, like, I felt like was putting a lot of negative energy, you know, in my space, and I felt like it was too draining for me to where I had to cut off that relationship, you know what I'm saying? As much as it hurted me to do that, it was just like, the times I'm talking about my growth, you talking about me being stagnant. The times I'm talking about me trying to change, you're talking about the times that I've talked about that before and I didn't change. You know, like, just saying things that are negative or against and not coinciding with what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to be, you know, and it's okay to let people go. You know, for sure. Like, it's hard, but it's good sometimes, because you can't reach your full potential when you have people in your way or clouding your judgment when it comes to yourself.
Not for real.
You know?
They holding on to that past you. And so I'm going to leave you with her, actually.
Stay right there with her.
That's what I'm going to do.
I'll see y'all on the next go around.
Not for real. And it's really like that, because I genuinely believe that not everybody can go with you. Ooh.
Yeah, I got this little ass dress on. I'm trying to figure out how I need to sit, so I look like a fat ass cow and all type of shit. Hold on.
But yeah, you hella stupid. Like, girl. Talk about a fat ass cow. Okay.
Yeah. No, but grow people. Yes. It's good. You gotta grow apart from people. People will literally drain you. And I'm just like, honestly, I be feeling so much like I want to keep people around me. I don't want to let go of nobody. That's just who I am. I love people. I love people come into my life. I really like hold on to those relationships. That's like they mean something to me. If you're my friend, like, you're really my friend, like my family, and I take that as mine. You know what I'm saying?
For real,
so for me, that's one of my hardest things in my life right now, is letting go of people who I feel like are not either adding or benefiting to my progress.
Yeah. And you really got to do what you got to do.
You have to.
Because people will really block you from your blessings because you keeping people around you that literally cannot go with you. Where are you going? And it just be like that. Like, I hate it too, because I feel like I'm the same way. I really, really, really value all the relationships in my life. They're really important to me. Like, they're really everything to me. I love my friends to death. I love everybody around me to death. Like, I do not play about my connections, because they help you grow. You need that. You need that community. Like, I love my community. And having to release people is the worst.
It be so
it's the worst.
But like, sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, like, after a while you start to realize, okay, I see how my life is changing now. You know, I feel more confident. I feel more at ease. I don't feel so stressed or feel like I'm being judged every moment, you know, like, and with time it'll ease up on you. You'll start to see, okay, now that I'm seeing the benefits of this person not being around me, like, it's better, you know? And I'm cool with that. In the beginning, it's like, oh my God, I miss this person, or this is what they were doing, or this how, but then it's like, okay, let time go by, let time pass by, and you'll see, like, the beautiful part of, like, how you're able to evolve and grow and expand when you take out that negativity from your life.
Not for real. And it really be like that.
It do.
Like, damn, what was you doing to me?
It do.
What was you doing to me? What was you saying about me? What was going on? Why I feel so good? Why you not around? You know, but they gotta go.
Really, and if you gotta go, you gotta go. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's take another shot, matter of fact. Listen,
one more shot. It's shot o'clock. Cheers to our 20s. Ooh, that's a big one.
Girl, need it.
Cheers. I'm a lightweight. It's a mess. Okay. Let's get into living life to the fullest. So I want to talk about, like, traveling and museums and just, like, different cultures and all that stuff, like the importance of really, like, having all of those experiences and exploring in your 20s. Like, tell us some of your stories. What are some things you have done that you feel like is grand or has made a major impact on just, like, who you are at this age?
For sure, traveling, going to Houston for college was probably one of the, like, even though I was only there for like a year, whatever.
Best year of my life.
You feel me? I went out there, I met hella people. It was just, you know, I was by myself, just gaining that experience. You feel me? I have friends right now to this day that I love so dearly from school, you know. So definitely going to school. Me and my best friend went to Miami for her birthday when we was like 20. We went out there. I think we was actually 19. What we're doing in Miami?
I hope y'all had some fake ID shit.
We didn't, but we was getting in there.
Okay.
It was a good time.
That's all
it was a good time. It was a good time. We was in Miami having a ball and just like, you know, just really experiencing those like travels, doing different things. I be going to little like candle making events, like, you know, just going and exploring different things. Definitely expand your mind. It opens your mind to more potential. You know, you see everything you could do, you know, and what you could be capable of.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I want to echo you with the traveling thing. Like, I feel like traveling is so big. I didn't start traveling a lot until I would say 26. So if I could have, I would have definitely traveled way more, way earlier. Like, that's my biggest advice to the young 20s. Like, start traveling now. It's such, like, when you say expand your mind, like, that's an understatement for, like, how grand it is. You feel me? Like, when you go somewhere new, like, it's so refreshing. It's so just, like, it makes you think about, like, oh my God, like, there's so much more to the world than what I'm seeing, than what I'm doing. Like, you feel me? You learn about different cultures, how they dress, how they act, how they talk. You feel me? Just the connections you have with different people. Like, I've met people from all around the United States. I haven't went abroad yet, which I want to do so bad. And I'm going to get my passport this year. I promise.
For real. Come on, let's do it
because
for real.
I need to go. But like, I just find so much joy in traveling. Like, if I am feeling depressed out here, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna take a trip. Like, that's what brings me happy. Because why not? You feel me? Like, I just be wanting to be on the go and just try new things. Like, one thing I can say though with the food, like, I need to expand my palate more because I do not like trying new stuff. Like, when it comes to food, I will go to the fanciest restaurant and get some chicken nuggets and French fries because the menu just is too confusing or just too complicated.
That's so crazy.
I'm like, I can't do it. I don't want to try new stuff. I'm like, the texture, like, so I'm trying to learn how to be more my girl woman. Like, okay, I'll take the calamari with fish eggs or whatever the fuck. Give it all to me. I want the squid, bitch. Anyway.
I feel you though, for real.
No, for real. Something that I can say that I wish I did when I was in college was, well, I don't know. Kind of wish I did, kind of wish I didn't. I don't know. But doing the sorority stuff, like, I wanted to do it so bad all my life, and I got into it with the girls at the little initiation thing or whatever it was called because they was being disrespectful to me, and I just like, if y'all doing this right now, y'all don't even know me. Like, I'm not the one to be sitting here doing this extra shit with. So it was just like, I can't handle it, but. It does come with a lot of benefits. I know a lot of people in sororities and fraternities. It come with so many great benefits. If it didn't come for the hazing, I would have been up in there. But I'm not a bitch who could be hazed. A woman who could be hazed. Let's be clear. So it didn't work out for me. Did you try it? Did you?
No, I didn't.
No,
I might. I'm still, you know.
Yeah,
I'm going to transfer soon.
It's never too late.
We gonna see.
Yeah,
because I know it really is community. Like, it's a bond. Like, my older cousin is in the sorority, and she's been in there, and it's just so much connect. Those are her sisters, and I love that. Like, I love seeing that. I'm like, I need it.
Yeah, no, for real, me too. I just couldn't get with the breaking you down to build you up stuff. My eyelash might be coming off. Y'all don't laugh about me or talk about me. I don't like that whole breaking you down. Like, if you my friend and my sister, you don't need to break shit down, bitch.
You know,
like, don't. Like, I just,
it's uplift.
You know, because
that's what I need.
Yes, bring me up. You know, like the flower that grew from the concrete. I ain't got time to stay in the concrete. You feel me? It's hot up under there.
Don't push me down further, babe.
So I wish I did that. didn't do it, and it was cool. But still, this is like, I'm only saying this because I feel like it's so many people in the world who's still going to college right now. I got two younger siblings. One of my sisters at Morgan State. Go Jalen. Hey, shout out to you. My other little sister just graduated from high school, so they going to college. So it's like, I definitely want to like put out there in the world that like sororities and fraternities are great places, are great things to join, be a part of, because you get a sisterhood, a brotherhood, you get a lot of opportunities, whether it come from scholarships or jobs or whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a thing to look out for with going to college. I wish I would have been able to partake. It wasn't for me, and that's cool too. Everything ain't for everybody, you know? Real. And it's just learning
your own path.
Yeah, what's for you and what's for what ain't for you. So it is what it is. Okay, getting to know yourself. You tapped in about this a little bit. So what are some ways you're getting to know yourself, or some ways, some advice you can give to people to know themselves, you know, self-care and all those type of tips?
I like this question. Some ways I'm getting to know myself by, I kind of live by, I'm going to do it anyway, you know? So really doing shit. I get to know myself when I do shit. Yeah. I take a lot of risk because in my head it's like, okay, I'm a bitch if I don't do it. Right. So I need to do it. You know, if I'm feeling scared of something, feeling uncomfortable about something, I run towards it. Okay. Because I'm crazy. I'm crazy for real. I've been skydiving. I was like,
you're really crazy.
I jumped out that damn plane. No. I was like, fuck it. You know, like I just be running towards shit. Anything. Wait, hold on. How was that?
I'm sorry, I need to know.
It was actually so much fun.
Really?
It was so much fun.
How did it feel? Did you feel that feeling in your stomach?
No, it actually felt like I was flying in the sky. Like you think you gonna feel like you just drop, but you really feel like you just floating in the air. It was crazy. It was hella wild. Like, it's like, oh my God.
You would do it again?
I would. I would do it. I was hella scared though. Like aiming up to it, like counting up to it. I was like, oh my God, I'm really about to do this. I'm really about to do this.
I'm about to die right now.
Like, I'm really like, what the fuck? Like, I'm really about to do this. And then we got on a little plane and we was up there and it was just.
The plane was little?
It was little. It actually looked like a fucking box in the sky. With wings.
No.
A box with wings. I was like, but you know, we already here, so right. I guess like we already here.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I jumped off that damn plane. It was somebody strapped on you. There's gonna be somebody strapped on you, but we jumped out that bitch and it was crazy.
That sounds crazy. I could not imagine doing that.
It was so much fun though. I definitely recommend it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna show you a video after it.
Yeah, I need to see.
I'm gonna show you. It was so beautiful though.
Was you shaking a lot? Because I seen my friend video. He showed me from the time he jumped off the plane. This was when I was in college. He showed me that he jumped off the plane and he got to the bottom and he was just like, oh my God, he just kept talking. I kept like, dude, he was just adrenaline raising the roof for real. Like he was done.
No, I feel like I was just, I don't know. I was just kind of like, okay, we're here now. And now we got to do it. So I'm either going to choose to be excited or choose to be scared. Pick a feeling. And I was like, okay, we go. I was just giving myself up. Right? Okay. And we just jumped. And I was like, oh my God. Damn. I just did that shit. Like,
that's crazy.
It was crazy as fuck.
That sounds crazy.
It was definitely it. That was one of the things that helped me get to know myself. Yeah. I was like, damn. After I didn't fucking went skydiving, I can't be scared of shit no more.
Yeah, no, for real.
You know, like I really cannot be scared of shit. I got to just push the bounds. Yeah. Anytime, because that was really crazy.
Though. That is crazy. That sounds crazy. But I could see how that could let you get to know yourself because, like, you were able to push past fear. You feel me? Like, that's really hard to do when you're scared of something, and to be able to push past that and move forward. Like, and that's a good, like, lesson for life. Just for like real. Not knowing how the outcome is gonna be. I mean, you jump off a plane with a parachute, you don't know what your outcome gonna be. You kind of just like going with the flow. Like, nigga, if I make it, I make it. At this point, you know. So it's like with life, it's the same shit. It's like, you feel me? I'm gonna just take this leap of faith. So we can call it take a leap of faith and hope for the best. You feel me? And work towards the best. You know what I'm saying?
For real. That's what I was just about to say. That like I just really try to, as much as possible, just walk by faith. For real. Like in regards to relationships, I don't know. I got trust issues bad, so I don't know. I don't know. Get into that. The faith be real shaky. Yeah. But anything else, when it comes to anything else, like I really just be like, okay, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
If anything is meant to happen, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I can't worry about it. Like it's out of my control. So I'm just gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what really be keeping me like, okay, we gonna do it. Fuck it, we gonna do it. Fuck it, we gonna do it. Cause I'm just like, okay, it's just meant to be.
Yeah.
So if it happens, everything is on purpose to me, for sure.
And what's meant for you is meant for you. Not
so
for nobody else.
I just be doing shit for real. Like, I just be doing shit for real. All my friends can tell you, they be like, what the fuck? Where are you going now? I just be doing shit. So I can learn and grow and figure things out, feel good. You know, it's a lot of things to feel bad about when it comes to life. And I be trying to really, really feel good. Make it the most peaceful experience I can. Literally.
But it's good that you just do anything, because I was just telling somebody the other day, literally, I was like, if I was to die right now, God forbid, like I would be able to say I lived a great life, like adventurous life, like I did all the things I wanted to do. You feel me? Like I didn't hold back. You know what I'm saying? Like I made sure I put myself there. If I want to try something, I'm trying it. Forget what everybody else gonna say or think. People gonna talk anyways. And literally, when I'm gone, the chat is gonna stop. People gonna forget, or they gonna remember you, one or the other. I'd rather y'all remember me. It don't matter what you remember me for. You can remember me for looking fat on this episode, or you can remember you can remember me for my crazy personality or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like doing it. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. You know?
Not for real. Really practice not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Practice not giving a fuck. It's really like I feel like I definitely have the worst anxiety ever when it comes to a lot of shit. But it's not like anxiety is not gonna be there, the fear not gonna be there. It's always gonna be there. But you just gotta push that shit. Like push through that shit for real. Don't give a fuck about nobody but yourself. Because like I said, we are in this life to really experience peace. You feel me? And it's a whole lot of reasons that's gonna try to make you not be peaceful. But we're meant to experience peace. So take those moments and do that shit. Get uncomfortable. You feel me? And don't give a fuck about
it. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's the biggest one.
Nah, for sure.
Because people gonna talk no matter what. No matter what you do, you can do everything perfect. You can study it from head to toe, and somebody's still gonna have something to say. It don't matter what it is. It don't matter. But you know what? That also comes with confidence. Like, everybody don't have confidence. You know what I'm saying? Confidence is something that's built. It's not something that some people just have it. It could be true, but it takes building over time to really get to a point where it's like, even behind closed doors, I'm not distraught over this. It's a lot of people who are in front of people's faces or on the stage, I like to call it, who have confidence. And then when they get behind closed doors, they relishing over all the judgments, all the things that people are saying, and that's when that depression sets in. But it's like when you gain that full confidence to where even behind closed doors, when I go back and think about all the things y'all said, instead of me thinking about all the hurtful and bad things that was said, I'm thinking about who it's coming from. You can't talk. Look at all you got going on. You feel me? I don't care about nothing you got to say, because look at your situation. Point the finger inwards and then come talk to me.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's always that. Anybody, we could post this video right now. If it's a negative motherfucker in the comments, I bet they have the worst life in the world. And that's just really how it be. Because if you're sitting here wanting to make me feel bad about anything, you must be feeling horrible, and I hate that for you. So I'm
misery loves company. Pray, please, because they need it. They need prayer. They need God, Jehovah, all the whatever, Quran shit. They
all
need
of them.
They need it all, for real. But it's okay, because at the end of the day, like, it's not okay that they're judging, but it's okay because at the end of the day, we have a choice on whether we want to accept their judgments or we want to live our life profoundly and graciously and happily and to its fullest. You know what I'm saying? Like, judgments are going to come, and once you understand that they're going to come regardless, then you can kind of just do your own thing without stressing over that, because no matter what, they're going to come. We know that. We know that.
It's going to happen,
you know
anyway.
Me? So you might as well do it your way.
Literally.
And get judged off of that. Or do it somebody else's way and get judged off of that.
You feel me? Like, have fun. Like, just have fun. I love just having fun.
Have a ball.
Yes.
Okay.
Literally.
let's get into dating in our 20s. I love talking about dating because I just want to know what everybody else is on and what they going through and dealing with and compare it. Here we go with the comparisons. Are you? Is it is it as bad as I feel it is?
Or are we going through the same shit?
Exactly.
You know, we're on the same page.
Exactly. So, like, what's dating like for 21-year-olds now? 21, 22, you know, like what?
It's a crazy time.
Do you date below or above? Like all those questions I want to know. Like,
okay. I'm gay, by the way. Okay. So I'm lesbian. I only date women.
Okay.
So there's that. And I'm not dating right now, so that's very.
She's not on the market.
I'm not on the market. Actually, no, I'm not on the market. Yeah, I'm on the edge.
Look, it's a spectrum.
I'm on the edge.
She on the spectrum of dating shit.
I got my toe in the market. That's it for real. But yeah, so I'm gay. I date older women. I love them so much. And I feel like I'm for sure a little more mature than a lot of the people my age, for real. Or people who are younger than me. So it's like when I'm in a certain mindset, I like people that I can learn from. That's one of my, like, I like to be stimulated mentally. So if you're teaching me something, I want you.
Period. Period.
That's it. Like, I love people that I can grow with. That's like really like, even if it's not even just within the conversation, just that energy, you know, like just you being who you are is making me want to be better. I fuck with you. Bingo. I really, really, really fuck with you. But dating is a crazy time. Where we live at, everyone knows each other. Everybody know each other. It's just a crazy time. Dating is complicated. We still in that like hookup culture type shit. I'm not trying to do that. It's just a side. A side with dating. But dating is fun. You know, it's fun to just put yourself out there and get to know people. But it's really complicated. Like, especially when I feel like I'm 21, I'm in school, I work full time, like I'm learning myself, I'm growing within myself. So when it comes to dating, I do need someone who is going to understand that, you know, and meet me where I'm at, and I can meet you where you at. But it's a lot of like, you either got that person that is like, oh, I don't want to be in a relationship right now. I can't do this right now. Blah, 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 blah. But you want to do all the relationship shit. You want to fuck. You want to do this. You want to be cuddled up. You want to blah, 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 blah. Right? Or you got that person that's probably like super, super clingy and like all on you. And I feel like I could be both of those people as well. So I'm not dating.
It's hella crazy that you say that, because I recently told somebody, like, I'm not doing no more wifely duties, and I'm not a wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm providing a nice warm home for you to come to, giving you my body whenever you want it. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you good, pulling up on you, bringing you this, doing above and beyond, massages and baths and just all these things. And it's like, why am I doing all these things but I'm not even being appreciated or valued in that way? You know what I'm saying? Because if I would be your wife. I would be in a committed relationship with you. I'll be, you know what I'm saying? All these things. And I feel like as women, we have the tendencies to go above and beyond so that we can get that title. Whereas it's like, we need to do what we want to do until we get that title. I mean,
for real.
A lot of me, it is just innate. Like, I'm a nurturer. You know what I'm saying? I like to do those things, so I just naturally do it. You feel me? But I had to start telling myself, like, no, that's not something you need to just give up to somebody so easily, especially when they're not showing you that they can handle, you know, you at that capacity. Meaning, you not giving me, you giving the bare minimum, sir or ma'am or whoever. You're giving a bare minimum, and I'm going over and above, and it's not acceptable, because the comparison, like, is levels to this shit. You're down here and I'm up here, and that's not. We need to even it out. We need some balance. You feel me? Because I also need to be poured into. I also need to be appreciated, valued, and seen in a different light than just somebody you're taking from. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you're not giving me what I want.
You're not.
But I'm doing all of this shit.
Exactly. and don't get me wrong, it might not always be a committed, like, it may not be, oh, you need to lock me down in order to get these things. No, but like, just the giving aspect. If I'm giving and giving and giving and you're just taking and you're not giving in return, like it doesn't work
what
out.
What are we here for?
What are we here for? What are we doing?
Yeah, and I feel like that's really like on boundaries for real. And I had to realize like not only do I need to set boundaries for them, I need to set those boundaries for myself too. You feel me? Like I cannot be giving you all of this shit, giving you, and not getting nothing in return.
Yeah.
You feel me? Or allowing you to have access to my body. You feel me? Just because it feels good.
Right. What you do.
You know, but I'm not getting nothing from you. I'm not getting what I want. I don't feel fulfilled. Like, what are you doing for me? Are you taking me out consistently? Like, are you showing up for me in the ways that I need and I feel like I deserve to be shown up for it? And if not, you can't have that. Like, and I gotta like set those clear ass boundaries. Like, fuck no. You know, and I feel like that's part of the reason why I stopped dating as well, because I'm like, okay, I want to work on setting those boundaries for myself. You know, because not only if I'm having a hard time setting boundaries in my relationship, then I see that pouring into everything else. You know, like, oh, I've been scrolling on my phone all this time, but I was supposed to get up and go do this and do that. You feel me? But I need to really commit to myself and stick to that. If I want to, I'm over here wanting to commit to somebody else or wanting someone to commit to me, but I'm not committing to myself. You feel me? So it's just little shit like that. It's like, let me go clock my tea and go sit my butt down.
No, for real, dead ass. Because honestly, I be feeling like, I don't know. I just be feeling like even right now, like I feel like I'm in a place like I'm not really. I'm dating, but fun dating. I'm not dating to be in a relationship. I'll put it that way. I'm dating to just have fun and be seen. You know, everybody likes to be seen and have fun and be took out and be courted. You know, but I'm spending a lot of my time doing that self-reflection of understanding like what it is that I want, what it is that I like, what I don't like, what I need from people, what I don't need. How does my kids play a part in this whole dating aspect? You know, all those things, because once I know, like once I have that foundation set and I'm clear upon that foundation, then the people coming into my life, go back to that manifestation or even just that like what you give out comes back to you, you know what I'm saying? Then the people who are coming into my life are going to be in alignment with the things that I want in my life and the things that I need, you know. And I realize like I have to do that own processing by myself. I can't have somebody in my face distracting me when I'm trying to figure out what it is I really want to need, you know. And so that's really where I'm at with dating, because it's just like I do know eventually I want something serious, but also right now like I have to heal me, because I have some trauma that I'm going through from past relationships, from past friendships, from just my past in general with being a woman growing up in society. Like I have some trauma that I need to get past in order for me to also be beneficial in someone else's life. You know, I don't want to come into somebody else's life tearing their stuff apart or breaking them down because of my baggage I'm coming with. You know what I'm saying? So, and I also don't want that for me and vice versa. So it's like I'm really just trying to take that time to do that journey of just discovering like, who's Adriana? You know, what does this romantic me look like? You know, what does a stable family, you know, in my head look like to me? You know, what are things that I'm willing to accept, and what are the things that are no dealers for me? You know, what am I not going to accept? You know, what's going to change the game? Is there certain things that you can do and we can speak on, but it's that intentionality we were talking about earlier, going into something with the intentions. You feel me?
Oh my God. Period. You know, and I'm just at peace and learning and continuously growing, and I'm managing my money way better than what I'm doing right now. Oh my God. But yeah, that's where I see myself in 6 years. Just living life and enjoying myself and being exactly where I'm supposed to be.
I love that. And with that, exactly where I'm supposed to be. Yep. I want to start mine with that. In 6 years, I see myself being exactly where I'm supposed to be. That was beautiful. Y'all start doing that affirmation in the morning. You know, next month, next week, you know, and in a year, whatever. I see myself being exactly where I'm supposed to be, because we might write this story for ourselves, and that story's not meant for us. You feel me? They always say, "Tell God your plans and watch Him laugh in your face," or something like that. You know, so just know you're gonna be where you're supposed to be. But
exactly where you're supposed
to add to that in 6 years, I don't know any specifics, but I really just see myself being happy and at peace, healthy. Those are my 3 main things. I want to be happy, healthy, and at peace. Period. I feel like those 3 qualities make for a great life, you know. Everything else falls under that. If I'm broke, I ain't happy. So, you know, my finances got to be right. You know? Like, so everything falls under that, you know, happy, healthy, and at peace. Period. Exactly where I'm meant to be. Yeah.
That's real.
Okay. Let's end on this note. Okay. I want us to both do a thing where if you could write a letter or give a message and a message to your 28-year-old self or going on into your 30s, you know, what would it be? And then I'll do the reverse. If I could leave a message to my 21-year-old self, what would it be?
Okay. My 28-year-old self. I would congratulate her for getting through everything right now, you know, and whatever else comes on. I would tell her that she's doing amazing. I don't know, I would just pour so much love into her. Like, girl, do your shit. Girl, what you doing? Girl, it's money in your pocket. Yeah. You know, I would just really, really pour into her. You know, I don't know. I just really don't know what will be happening in the 6 years. Yeah. But I would just hope that a lot of things are cleared. I'm just growing more intelligent, more spiritually aware of myself. And I know myself 10 times better than what I do right now as well. You know, so I would just really be like, yeah, girl, do your shit and keep doing it and keep being you.
That was beautiful. And then you can look back on this in 6 years and be like, okay, I needed that little uplift. You know. Yeah, that was very good. That was nice. Let me think. If I could talk to my 21-year-old self, where was I at 21? I would definitely say don't give up. You know, this is not the end. You have so much time. You have so much life to live. You have so much great to come for you. And there's going to be many obstacles that you come across, but you were made to come past them. Those hurdles, you are fit to jump over, you know, anything that's coming your way. You know, all things are possible and nothing is the end. Everything is just the start. Everything is just the beginning. Give yourself grace. Love yourself first. The men are going to be there. The outside influences, everybody that's around you, they're still going to be there. Like, love on yourself. Give yourself that self-love and encouragement to be as great as you can be. And also, you got this. And yeah, live your life with grace. Live your life with love. And live your life with full transparency and understanding of who you are and who you want to be. Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful. You're gonna make me cry, girl.
No, I was trying not to cry while you were talking. I was like, let me not say nothing too deep. I'll be up in this motherfucker crying.
For real. I'm like, because I will immediately.
No, literally. 21 was hard for me. My 20s was a little bit hard, you know, for certain things, but for the most part, I would say it was very fun, very fulfilling, and I'm just excited to see what 29 and then my 30s have to come. Right. And I'm excited to see what all your 20s brings for you.
Don't see.
It's gonna be great, girl. You're gonna love it. Like, you're in your prime until you in your 30s and you in your next prime, girl. Everything is a prime, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, oh my God, it was so fun having you. This is so nice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. I feel like this was very this conversation was intentional. Very intentional. You know, and I love that for us. I love that for even just the podcast too, like having different type of conversations, you know what I'm saying? So this brought a different aspect to my podcast. So I really appreciate you for that.
Happy to be here for sure.
Thank you. So let everybody know what's up with Lahoma. What she got going on? What's up next for you? What you trying to do, girl?
What I'm trying to do? I'm actually hosting an event. Okay. Boom. I don't know if it's gonna be posted before it happens, but it's next week. Okay. On the 22nd of June. It's called Black on the Beach, for my queer Black people, period. So come to Ocean Beach and see what's up. Yes. Follow me on Instagram at Henny Hova with 3 A's _ period.
Yep, and it's all tagged below. Do you have any other social media you want them to follow you on? No. Just Instagram. That's cool. So y'all catch us on Instagram. This episode will be dropping very soon. And until next time, make sure you tune the fuck in and never tune out.